Is it possible to ride every ride at Disneyland in less than 9 hours? Well, the current adjusted world record time is about 9 hours, held by someone named Aaron, who beat my record of 12 hours last year. And in my state of mourning my beautiful world record, something sparked in me. Wait, I want a rematch. Okay, I've been planning for months, but I think I have unlocked the secret to ride all 29 rides at Disneyland in less than 9 hours to take back my world record. But I need to be fast. I can't make a single mistake.
I'm getting such terrible luck. I'm starting to feel really discouraged. Oh, we screwed up.
This is Disneyland, and right through that castle is the first part of our challenge. You may think it would be smart to begin the day at Space Mountain, but I've got my eyes set on Fantasyland. If I want to stay on pace with my plan, I need to ride 8 of these small kid rides in 1 hour before moving on to phase 2 of the plan.
Speedrun begins now. Peter Pan first. We need to do Peter Pan right now. 42 seconds into the speedrun. We are in line for Peter Pan. After this, we're gonna go on Alice in Wonderland because that's like the second busiest ride in Fantasyland. We'd have to do 8 rides in an hour.
And since I'm gonna be riding so many rides today, I figured I might as well rank all of them on a tier list, starting with Peter Pan, which has to be the first ride unless you want to wait 45 minutes for it.
All right, we're going in.
This, along with many other rides in Fantasyland, is simply a retelling of the movie it's based on.
Hey, Peter!
But unlike most rides, you get to fly on a freaking boat on this one. Overall, it's a fun ride. I just wish I didn't have to wait 6 whole minutes for it, because now we just have 50 minutes to do 7 more rides.
Okay, it's Alice in Wonderland time. Oh my god. This is not what you like to see at Alice in Wonderland. I'm almost considering not going on it. That's gonna be like 15 minutes, dude. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, screw it. This is not that good.
At this point, I was panicking. I'm now looking for any ride that has a relatively low wait to get on right now, as well as checking to see if certain key rides are open at the moment.
Storybook, I don't know where Storybook is in its rotation, but I don't think it's ready yet. Let's just do Dumbo, screw it. We can get on this next rotation, or no. That's a rotation loaded up right there. No one's on the carousel right now, so they're not doing any rotation. Okay. I keep flip-flopping.
I eventually decided to do Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because it's the only ride in the area that's a walk-on right now.
Sorry, we're gonna do Toads. I wasn't expecting to do this, but we're doing Toads next.
In spite of everything, we're getting on our second ride of the day about 13 minutes in. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is based on this super old Disney movie no one's ever heard of, but despite that, it actually has a cult following for how shocking the story of the ride is. That is, if you pay attention to the story instead of looking at wait times on your phone mid-ride like me.
Sorry, I gotta look at wait times. I don't have time to have fun on this vacation. I need to look at wait times.
After being found guilty in court, you go down this alleyway that leads you head-on with a train that instantly kills you and sends you to hell. Yes, this is indeed a wild ride and will be ranked accordingly. But what's even wilder is staying on pace for 8 rides in 1 hour, which I'm starting to fall behind on.
Okay, Dumbo is going down right now. This is 1 rotation. I think it's 1 rotation. I don't know. It's non-negotiable. Dumbo needs to happen.
Dumbo the Flying Elephant is similar to a typical spinner carnival ride, which means you can actually do the math on how long you're going to wait. If there are 16 Dumbos and each one can hold 1 to 2 people, then that's roughly 24 people that can be cycled through each rotation of Dumbo. The ride lasts about 2 minutes long, but let's add on an extra 2 minutes just for the load on and load off time. That means it's going to take roughly 4 minutes to cycle 24 people through, which in the afternoon can be a nightmare, which is why we're going on it right now in the morning.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we'll get in this next rotation. We're good. I just fear that the rush we're seeing at Fantasyland is going to foreshadow what's to come for the rest of the day.
The ride itself is fine, but not anything groundbreaking. It did, however, give me the height to check on the carousel while riding the ride.
Yeah, look, they have a rotation loaded up. We can get on the next rotation. It's going right now. We just gotta hope that they stop spinning it soon. Oh, and they're getting off. Oh, this is actually perfect. Hold on. Yes, we're getting on this. We're getting straight on this one. Guys, we might have just saved it right there because we're getting on this rotation right now. I literally just walked on it.
I was able to wait nothing for this ride because while I was on Dumbo, I noticed that there wasn't enough people currently in line to fill up all 72 horses. And right as I was getting off of Dumbo, the carousel finished its current rotation, which meant I could just walk right into the next rotation with little to no wait.
I told you guys while I was on Dumbo that I was mapping it out correctly and I knew that we were just gonna walk on this ride.
King Arthur's Carousel is your typical merry-go-round ride, but I'll give it a bonus point for being super important in Disneyland's history.
Let's do Pinocchio next. Let's do Teacups. Pinocchio, we're gonna do Pinocchio next. I'm going to be screaming if I see Pinocchio at a 5-minute wait in the afternoon. I'm gonna be so angry.
The thing with all these Fantasyland dark rides is that since they all continuously have an endless supply of vehicles coming in, if it's a short wait, it's usually gonna be a walk-on, which is the reason why I started with Fantasyland in the first place. It's the only area in the park where you can get on and off multiple rides in a super short amount of time.
What is this, 5th ride of the day, I think?
And that certainly was the case for Pinocchio's Daring Journey, another ride focused on the totally family-friendly movie of Pinocchio.
Is it really though, Pinocchio? Because I don't think it is that much fun, as we learned in the movie.
In this ride, you get to indulge in Pleasure Island and then turn into a donkey.
Pleasure Island? That's my favorite island, you know me.
Not my favorite Fantasyland dark ride, but I can't complain too much. I did totally just walk on it.
When you wish upon a star, all your dreams come true. I wish to ride every ride at Disneyland.
And if I want my dream of beating the current Disneyland speedrun world record to come true, I need to finish up section 1 of my plan fast before the rest of the park gets busy.
Okay, no, Snow White is a no-go. It's like literally the queue is outside. Yeah, we can walk on teacups right now. Oh my God, look at Alice.
Even though we could walk on teacups right now, I was trapped into a corner for what my next ride would be because Alice in Wonderland, the Storybook Canal boats, and Snow White's Enchanted Wish were all at nearly afternoon level waits.
Let's get in our cup. Let's go yellow. Why not?
Maybe under different circumstances, I'd be able to enjoy the spinning of the iconic Mad Tea Party ride, but this entire ride, I was just thinking about my next move.
I keep switching out my plan, but I think I'm gonna hop on Alice after this. Maybe we wait on Alice. I'm second guessing myself already because I'm getting a better look at each queue.
After getting off the teacups, I checked on the queues of Alice in Wonderland and the Storybook Canal boats, hoping to find low waits, but...
No. Okay, this decision might come back to haunt me later, but I think our best bet right now is to cut our losses and just start section 2. So that means I'm going straight to Astro Orbiter.
Section 2 of my plan is the middle part of Disneyland, which encompasses the Main Street vehicles, Astro Orbiter, the Matterhorn, and every ride in Toontown. Astro Orbiter has a similar situation to Dumbo, where the rotations can get really bad later in the day, which is why I knew I needed to do it as soon as possible before making my way back up to Matterhorn and Toontown to push through section 2. But what I didn't realize in that moment is that I was making a huge mistake.
Oh man, that really sucks. That means we only did 6 rides. It's fine though, we're starting this a little bit early though. I was planning on not even going here until 9. Don't you dare tell me Astro Orbiter is broken down right now. Oh, we screwed up. Astro Orbiter is broken down right now. Oh my God, that was so bad of me. I am actually really pissed right now. I have an app that's supposed to notify me every time a ride breaks down and it did not work. We're just gonna do single rider for Matterhorn.
In order to save this loss, I decided to do what I would have done immediately after Astro Orbiter, which is to go on Matterhorn using the super short single rider queue.
We're in line for the 7th ride. I guess we're technically not behind schedule. We're just doing things a little bit out of order. So I guess things are doing okay right now.
And even though I was trying to stay optimistic, I was very nervous about what could come next.
I don't know what to do next though. Gadget's only 5 right now. That's not bad. I might honestly just try to go for one of the Fantasyland rides that I skipped after this.
Okay, new plan. Since the rides in Toontown aren't looking very bad with their wait times, and I know that they'll probably stay like that for a little bit longer, I want to try and do at least one more Fantasyland ride, and the one I decided to go with was the Storybook Canal boats, which is what I'll do immediately after Matterhorn bobsleds.
Matterhorn time.
This is up there as one of my favorites in the entire park. It's old, it's bumpy, and you may literally break your back on it, but dang it, it's a must-do at Disneyland for how thrilling and terrifying it is to zoom past that Yeti.
We're back to speed walking, back to being a psycho with the speed walk. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this and then just check the wait for this one. They don't have the full space queued, look.
Yeah,
okay.
After the box.
I think we're gonna stay in this line.
What I had failed to realize is that even though the Storybook Canal boats queue is not being filled up all the way, they are only at half capacity for the boats right now. They usually have 6 boats running in the peak afternoon times, but since it's still 8 a.m., they have half the amount of boats, which means this queue that should have been 10 minutes turned into a 20-minute wait. And to make matters even worse, the absolute unthinkable just happened with my lighting lane plan.
Why is it not letting me modify? It's not letting me modify the lighting lane. What the hell? Oh my God.
Okay, let's back it up a bit.
It's new. It's back. It's $35 freaking for some reason. It's Disneyland Fast Pass. And it's called Lightning Lane now because it's cooler, I guess? Okay, I don't want to bore you too much about how the Fast Pass system at Disneyland works, but if you want to know why I am in absolute panic right now, you have to at least know a little bit about the Disneyland Lightning Lane system. You can book your first Lightning Lane the second that you arrive at Disneyland. You get an hour-long return time for when you can use it, and you can book your second Lightning Lane either after you've used this Lightning Lane, if it's been 2 hours since you've booked the Lightning Lane, or if the current time is the end of this Lightning Lane's return time. Are you following me? I can tell this is a little confusing. Basically, all you need to know is that the soonest that I can book a second lightning lane is at 9 a.m. But at that point, it would be the end of this lightning lane's return time. However, Disney does have a workaround about this. It's called modifying your lightning lane. You can modify and change this lightning lane either to a brand new ride or keep it as the same ride but just change the return time. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I have this lightning lane, I'm waiting until 9 a.m. to book a second lightning lane, and then immediately after I'm going to modify this lightning lane so that I can still use it later in the day. Now, I did not test this in advance because I figured that, hey, it'll probably work. I mean, Disney does give you a 15-minute buffer period at the end of your lightning lane's return time to use it, so certainly they'll still let you modify it after that. What could possibly go wrong?
Why is it not letting me modify? Well, if we're not able to modify it at all, then we're gonna have to cancel it because I can't use it right now.
Having Indiana Jones be up in the air was genuinely terrifying for me because the ride averages about a 50-minute wait after the first hour of Disneyland being open. Something came over me as I waited 20 whole minutes in the queue for the Storybook Canal boats. I wasn't expecting things to go this bad this early. I was genuinely wondering if I had already blown my shot of beating the Disneyland Speedrun world record.
I'm starting to feel really discouraged already, but I don't know, we'll see, maybe we'll get lucky.
The Storybook Canal Boats is a boat ride that takes you through the tiny kingdoms of various different Disney movies. And maybe it was the Southern California heat or the weight of the fatal Lightning Lane L that I just took, but I really was not feeling the magic on this ride. Sorry Storybook, maybe another day you'll be ranked higher.
You used to be able to modify your Lightning Lane at any point that you had it, but now you're not able to modify it, I guess, past the return time. So that's kind of screwed me up a little bit. We're gonna be one Lightning Lane behind.
Realistically, if I want any chance of beating the world record, I need to complete the 3 rides in Mickey's Toontown in less than 40 minutes. Those being Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Coaster, Roger Rabbit's Car-Toon Spin, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Our first target is Gadget because it's the only ride that doesn't have a lightning lane line, and if you wait any more than an hour and a half into the day at Disneyland, you're looking at a 20-minute wait.
Awesome, this is actually not gonna be that long of a wait at all for Chip 'n Dale's. Hour 29 minutes in. Storybook took way longer than I would have wanted. After this, we need to do Roger Rabbit, and we can book another lightning lane after that. We need to do Indiana Jones because we've kind of cooked ourselves with the return times for that. Okay, we're going.
Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Go Coaster is a kid's roller coaster that lasts less than a minute. It's pretty cool, but nothing too special.
Roger Rabbit time. This is true Disneyland Speedrun. I'm like speed walking like crazy. Look at that, we're walking on this one. Okay, dude, we're so back. We're walking on Roger Rabbit right now.
Super quick fun fact that you can share with your friends next time you're at Disneyland. Roger Rabbit is the best ride to use a lightning lane on, and that's because of the way that lightning lane lines work. Usually you're gonna have your standby queue that's gonna be a little bit longer to get to the ride, and then you have the lightning lane line, which is gonna get you there a little bit faster, but you're still gonna have to merge with standby. However, with Roger Rabbit, there is no merge. You just go straight to the front of the ride.
After booking the Indiana Jones lightning lane,
210. That's not ideal, but you know, we're gonna have to go with it.
I got on the 10th ride of the day, Roger Rabbit's Car-Toon Spin, which is a retelling of the film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You get this wheel thing that you can spin continuously through the ride for a full 360 experience, which bumps it up a little higher on the list.
I don't know what the wait time is for Mickey and Minnie's. I'm hoping it's only 10 minutes right now. Please only be like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 10 minutes right now. We should be fine.
We're now approaching what may be my new favorite ride of all time, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and we don't even gotta wait much for it.
Oh, bro, this is a walk-on. Hell yeah.
This brand new ride starts you out with this pre-show of Goofy exploding the theater screen and inviting us into the cartoon world. After that, you get in Goofy's train, which ends up getting derailed, and find yourself swinging through different settings, all with absolutely incredible animation playing all around you. I freaking love this ride so much. This is for sure a must-do next time you go to Disneyland. Oh, and by the way, we just land wiped Toontown in less than 40 minutes.
We've just cleared this land. Toontown is done. We don't have to go back here. Main Street Vehicles is the next one that we're gonna do. If Astro Orbiter opens before we get there though, then we'll do that. Or should we just do, you know what, no, I'm changing my mind. Since Jungle Cruise is down too, since that's the case, we're gonna tough it out, we're gonna do Snow White.
Okay, let me give you a good update of where we're at now. We're 11 rides in. We have 2 rides left of Section 2, Main Street Vehicles and Astro Orbiter. The beginning of Section 3 has us starting with Jungle Cruise, which I knew was probably gonna be a 25-minute wait if we don't speed things up. However, right now, Astro Orbiter and Jungle Cruise are both broken down, so we're gonna take advantage of that by trying to hop directly into their lines the second they reopen, after riding a ride from Section 1, Snow White's Enchanted Wish.
We're gonna do Snow White just as buffer time to hope that those 2 rides reopen, and then we'll hit Main Street Vehicles, because Main Street Vehicles are always gonna be a walk-on. That's why I was like, no, it's not worth doing that right now. I think that was a good call on my part. hopefully.
If nothing else, what ended up happening while I was in line for Snow White was definitely a good call.
We are so back. I just did a swipe up refresh and I got a return time for Indiana Jones for 11:35.
Okay, remember how I said you can modify your lightning lane?
The swipe up strat is absolutely goated. Let's say it's 11 a.m. and you have a lightning lane for 2 p.m., but you want to use it now. What you can do is you can modify this lightning lane for whatever the newest return time of this ride is. And usually that return time is going to be a little bit further out than this one. However, if you just keep swiping up, you just keep on refreshing, then there's the possibility that somebody will cancel their lightning lane for this ride and you will go in and take whatever their return time is.
Which is exactly how I turned my 2 p.m. Indiana Jones lightning lane into an 11:30 a.m. return time.
That's good. That's really, really good.
Even though we are behind my set schedule, I was feeling optimistic.
I'm doing a really good job at like thinking of these strategies off the top of my head because I spend way too much time studying wait time data. Number 12.
Snow White's Enchanted Wish is another dark ride retelling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hi-ho. I know you got some ho in them.
It had some cool new effects since it was recently redone, but since it's based on a movie this old, there were some parts that were a little, questionable.
What the? Homie, how old is Snow White again? I don't think that's legal, bro. Oh my god, Astro Orbiter just opened. Okay, we're going to Astro Orbiter. Incredible luck. Okay, let's get over there right now. I just checked, it was 5 minutes. I was like, no freaking way.
The Disneyland app can be deceiving though, because when I pulled up, it was a 20-minute wait.
What the hell? Why is it like packed up in there? Dude, the line is packed right now. Well, I don't even know what's better to do, like unless Jungle Cruise randomly just reopened. Fine, I'll wait in it.
Ride 13, Astro Orbiter, is another spinner ride just like Dumbo. It's not remotely a cool enough ride to wait any more than 15 minutes for it, which is what I did, but at least you get some decent views of the old People Mover tracks.
See, this is why I want to go to Disney World, because I really want to go on the People Mover.
And if you want to make my dream of going to Disney World come true, you should join my Patreon. For just $2 a month, you'll get access to exclusive videos where I teach you all the tricks to never wait in a long line at Disneyland ever again, along with a bunch of other perks. These videos are quite expensive to make, and I'm not the most popular YouTuber out there, so it really means a lot if you join. Every dollar I make from the Patreon is going to go towards making content at Disney World.
Oh, here we go, we're going down.
My next ride would be Main Street Vehicles, which is basically where you have to hitch your ride with any of the streetcars that drive down Main Street. But I was getting unlucky finding any, which is when I decided to look at my phone to see if Jungle Cruise had reopened yet.
Oh my god, it reopened. Dude, Jungle Cruise just reopened. It's at 10 minutes. We're going right now. We got so lucky with that.
Since the ride just reopened after a breakdown, there was literally no one in line, so I could just walk on it.
I'm so happy that we just pulled that. When I was planning the speedrun, I was thinking there was no way we'd be getting around Jungle Cruise. We'd have to wait like 30 minutes for it. We're literally walking on. I've waited like not even 5 minutes.
Jungle Cruise is an iconic riverboat ride that takes you through the jungles of the world, accompanied by a skipper who tells jungle-related puns along the way. The thing that makes this ride so special is the fact that the cast members put so much personality into their roles as skipper. Disneyland really would not be the same without the incredible talent that the cast puts forth. Thank you guys for existing. Go conquer the world. Go get that pay raise.
Main Street Vehicles next. We gotta go back. We were about to do Main Street Vehicles, then I saw that was open. Now we're gonna do Main Street Vehicles.
As I entered back into the Main Street Circle, for some reason I couldn't find any vehicles.
Ooh, okay, that's unlucky. I'm not seeing any vehicles that are even here right now. Dude, there's nothing. What the frick?
I decided to walk to the front of Main Street, hoping to find an answer to where all the vehicles went.
Oh, there's a freaking show going on right now. Hold on. That's probably it. Oh my god, there's a whole show going on right now.
For all the planning I did for the speedrun, I forgot to account for the fact that the Main Street Band shuts down the vehicles during their performances.
Disneyland Main Street Band, showtimes 12:15, 11:20. So they just started. Let me Google how long is Main Street Band performance. 18 minutes? Crap. Okay, that was bad move on my end.
Now I'm heading back up to Indiana Jones to use my lightning lane.
We still have 3 minutes before we can even scan in our lightning lane, and then we'll come back here, do the Main Street Vehicles, then we'll go back to the left.
Section 3 of the speedrun is basically the entire left side of Disneyland. Indiana Jones, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, the Riverboat, Big Thunder Mountain, and both rides at Star Wars Land. Just about all of these rides use lightning lane, which means the key to success on this side of the park is booking lightning lanes with quick return times.
We need to book right now. What are we booking for? Big Thunder. We're gonna book for Big Thunder. I think we can swipe up, refresh this one. Okay, 125.
And I was ready to do just that.
12 p.m., 12 p.m. Yes, yes. 11:50 to 12 p.m. You guys, the swipe up strat works so well. I just saved myself hella time. Okay, we're back in this. 12:50. That's the next time I can book. Set an alarm for 12:50 p.m.
Despite walking into a ride that broke down on me last time I attempted a Disneyland speedrun, I was feeling confident that I could break this world record.
I don't think very fond things of this ride because it happened to break down. However, knock on wood, everything's going well right now. We're getting to the load on route. Okay.
Even though Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye is notorious for ride breakdowns, it still is one of the greatest Disneyland attractions for balancing thrills and theming on an even level in a way no other ride in the park can. It's got the snake, it's got the fire, it's even got the giant boulder that almost crushes you to death. Every single second of this ride is amazing.
We got through Indiana Jones without it breaking down, thank God. It is 11:49. Okay, perfect. We have enough time to go on Main Street vehicles before they close again.
Unfortunately, as I'm about to find out, I am already too late for the vehicles.
Come on, don't do me like this again. This is the third time I've tried to ride the Main Street vehicles. We got the horse right here. We can follow the horse. The issue is that I don't know if they're gonna actually do another cycle, because if the next band is supposed to start at 12:15, it's 11:54 right now. I guess I could ask them. Are you guys gonna do another rotation of this when you get over there?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. We will have to pull off for the march along that happens at 12:15, and I'm not sure if we're gonna make another round or not.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go to Big Thunder. This is, dude, I'm getting such terrible luck with the Main Street vehicles.
Having wasted this much time for a ride I haven't gotten a chance to ride yet is very unwise. It puts my chances of beating the world record to ride every ride at Disneyland the fastest in grave danger. However, as I was walking to Big Thunder Mountain, I found the perfect opportunity to walk on a completely different ride.
Wait, is Mark Twain just showing up? Hold on, change of plans again. I think we're gonna go on Mark Twain. Perfect. That was incredible luck. I just saw it docked, I was like, no, we're getting on it right now. Let me show you the lunch that I have. It's in this thing.
As I ate lunch on the Mark Twain Riverboat, I devised the perfect plan to get myself back on track, which involves riding every Section 3 ride and the Main Street vehicles in just 2 hours.
Okay, we'll do Big Thunder, then we'll do Haunted Mansion, we'll do Main Street vehicles, then depending on where our light lanes are, we'll probably do Pirates next. But if not, then we can always just go over to Galaxy's Edge a little early.
The Mark Twain Riverboat is a big white boat that circles Tom Sawyer Island in the middle of the rivers of America. If I were actually looking out of the boat instead of strategizing, I'd be able to see the various different scenes displaying the 19th century American frontier. It's a nice, relaxing ride.
We have a solid plan. I think we're arriving. I'm gonna start heading down the stairs.
After deboarding the Mark Twain, I went right across the path to use my lightning lane for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I then booked a lightning lane for Pirates and was attempting to do the swipe up strat to get a better return time while walking through the Big Thunder line.
Pirates is saying 2:15. We're gonna try for a better one. Hold on. We're literally walking on Big Thunder, by the way. Like, I didn't even really acknowledge that, but we're literally walking on it right now.
This ride is a straight rush of adrenaline with just the right amount of theming to make it not even feel like a roller coaster, but more like a genuinely wild train ride. It was my favorite ride as a kid and still remains as an A-tier ride to this day.
We gotta lock in with walking. We're walking all the way to Haunted Mansion from here. I don't know how exactly this works because it's under virtual queue right now. So let me pull out my virtual queue.
Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention is that during the time of recording, the only way to actually get in line for Haunted Mansion was to join the virtual queue, which is what I did earlier while I was in line for Matterhorn.
I'm gonna book the virtual queue right now for Haunted Mansion. Group 90. Okay, that's actually perfect.
And because it's a virtual queue, it meant it was basically a walk-on.
Is it Halloween? Is it Christmas? Who cares? It's August!
During the Halloween and Christmas seasons, Haunted Mansion is transformed into Holiday Haunted Mansion, which is based on the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Even though this movie is one of my favorite Christmas or Halloween or whatever movies, quite honestly, I prefer the original Haunted Mansion with its 999 happy haunts, but this one is still a fun time.
Okay, we gotta get out of this area. This area is kind of crowded. We're just gonna go straight over to Main Street vehicles.
45 minutes into our strategy and we still have 4 more rides left in our section. Since all of the Main Street Band activity is done for the day, I'm gonna head over to the Main Street vehicles for the 4th time to actually do it this time. Then use my lighting lane on Pirates, which I was successful at swiping up on while in line for Haunted Mansion.
105? Oh my god, 105, 105. Yes, I'll take that.
After that, we have the 2 in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I have a really clever trick up my sleeve to skip both of those lines, which I'm definitely gonna need, because with it being the beginning of the afternoon, things are starting to get really busy.
We're at the part now where it's like difficult to walk. Any vehicle, I don't care which one, any vehicle. Okay, omnibus is pulling up. We're going on the omnibus.
Like I said before, the Main Street Vehicles is a ride where you find just one of the many Disneyland streetcars on Main Street and ride one of them, since it's only listed as one attraction on the Disneyland website.
I failed way too many times, but now we're on the Main Street Vehicles.
I went for the omnibus, which was a little cramped but still pretty fun. I appreciate the vibe that the vehicles create in Disneyland, and for that, they'll be ranked accordingly.
Now we're gonna go back to Pirates. We're getting pretty deep into the run. It's about 1 p.m.
Which means I only have 4 more hours to ride the rest of the rides at Disneyland, but it also means that it's really hot outside, and with the heat starting to get to me, Pirates of the Caribbean is the perfect ride to go to. You begin the iconic boat ride in this super relaxing swamp before going down 2 drops that take you into Dead Man's territory, where you'll find Walt Disney's frozen head. Actually, no, that's underneath the ride, but supposedly this is a real human skull. Then you travel to the time where pirates thrived in the water-adjacent towns, drinking rum, drowning townspeople, and talking to cats, because why not? This is a 15-minute boat ride, which means it's not the greatest for the challenge I'm trying to do, but never once is there not something for you to look at in this vast presentation of a ride. Even the entrance has a parrot that stares at you.
He looks straight at the camera. I turned on the camera and he looks straight at it. We are getting the heck out of here, and we are going to Galaxy's Edge.
Star Wars Land has 2 rides, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance. For Rise, I'm going to buy Lightning Lane Single Pass. If I don't, my only other choice is to wait 75 minutes in line. For Millennium Falcon, I have a plan that should get me on the ride faster than if I use Lightning Lane.
We can get on it with single rider, and we should be able to do so fairly quickly because you're gonna skip the Hondo pre-show.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting the plan to work this well.
Yeah, single rider? Okay, thank you. I walked on that, bro. That was incredible.
Essentially what just happened is I entered the single rider queue right as the cast was looking for a single rider to fill in one space. And I guess every single rider ahead of me was in a group and wanted to be grouped next to each other. So I got to skip the single rider queue and turn this 65-minute wait into a 15-second wait.
Okay, I just bought the Rise Lightning Lane. It's for literally right now.
We'll do Rise after this, but for now, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is a video game ride where you pilot the famous Millennium Falcon to steal some containers of coaxium. Your ride experience depends on what role you get assigned, pilot, gunner, or engineer, and honestly, if you don't get assigned pilot, which in this case I didn't, the ride is not nearly as fun.
Bro, the Falcon skip goes crazy. I'm telling you, there's something about single rider at Disneyland that's just so overpowered. We're about to go on to Rise of the Resistance. Hopefully we won't wait at all for it because I did buy the individual Lightning Lane for it.
Despite buying Disney's $30 Lightning Lane single pass, I still had to wait 20 minutes, which under any other circumstance would be fine, but this has once again put us a little behind schedule. But it's alright though, because Rise of the Resistance is not just my favorite ride at Disneyland, it's my favorite thing that Disney has ever created, period. You begin the experience with a hologram message from Rey before boarding a cargo ship that gets intercepted by the First Order, and literally before you even realize it, you are now on a freaking Star Destroyer. Once you finally board the ride, you get pursued by the First Order, eventually making an encounter with Kylo Ren and escaping through escape pods that physically drop you Tower of Terror style. I cannot overstate how much I love this ride. I've been on it many times and every single time it has given me goosebumps. It's a master at immersing you in the Star Wars world.
Rise of the Resistance, an incredible ride. I genuinely mean it when I say 10 out of 10 ride. It's so incredible.
But what's even more incredible is becoming the fastest to ride every ride at Disneyland. Heading into Section 4, I have 7 more rides. Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, Star Tours, Autopia, Finding Nemo, It's a Small World, Alice in Wonderland, and the Casey Jr. train. If you're wondering about Space Mountain, unfortunately it was under refurbishment the day I did this. I have less than 3 hours to do these rides before I lose my chance of taking back the world record. We are now in the midst of the afternoon, and the afternoon always, without fail, brings massive crowds and massive wait times.
We're gonna walk all the way to Casey Jr. now. So if the train's there, there should be another train. If there's 2 trains, there should be another train.
I specifically waited until the afternoon to ride the Casey Jr. Circus train, because in the afternoon when they run 2 trains, the ride averages about a 10-minute wait, which in the afternoon is not bad at all.
Oh yeah, second train right there. Okay, sick. That means wait times are gonna be cut in half. Here we go, our train.
The Casey Jr. Circus train is based on the train that appears in the film Dumbo. It takes you on a little train tour around the canals of the Storybook boats.
They have so many Storybook boats going by now. Maybe we should have just waited on that one.
Which is probably the coolest part of this ride. You get to wave at the people in the Storybook boats. As I stared at those people in those little Storybook boats and watched as like 4, 5, 6 of them pass by me, it reminded me of what a painful morning I had. But it gave me just the right amount of determination to continue pushing through. Oh, and the next ride we're doing is Alice in Wonderland, which is a 40-minute 15-minute wait, so I'm gonna need a lot of determination.
It's Alice in Wonderland time. There's nothing else that really makes sense to do right now because we'd have to cross over the parade route. We're gonna tough it out in Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, 40 minutes. Okay.
But what happened next absolutely shocked me.
Oh, one? Yeah. Okay, dude, I just got the Alice skip. I'm eating, hold on. We are so bad. I did not expect that. It really helps just being one person at Disneyland. I was totally prepared to wait. We waited 10 minutes.
And before I knew it, I was off on Alice in Wonderland, the ride based on the classic Disney film.
Dude, I'm getting way too lucky. It's like unfair.
This ride has you traveling through different scenes of the movie, with the focus being the Queen of Hearts trying to off everyone's heads. And this dark ride is extra cool because it turns into a non-dark ride for a little bit before turning back into a dark ride so you can celebrate Alice's unbirthday. I've gotten lucky on this ride during speedruns twice, so yeah, it's gonna be ranked a little higher than normal.
I'm reclaiming my world record. It's coming back. Aaron, you better watch yourself.
But little did I know that as I exited the ride, I was making a mistake that has potential to end my speedrun.
The luck we got on that ride was crazy. Now we need to get over to Small World. Did I leave my phone on the ride? Hold up. Where's my phone? I think I left my phone on the ride. Crap.
This is not good because without my phone, I won't be able to book lightning lanes, which would effectively kill the entire speedrun.
I think I left my phone on the ride. Did you guys find a phone on the ride? Thank you so much. Oh my god. I almost lost my phone. I was so focused on getting over to Small World in a fast manner because the parade's about to start that I forgot to pick up my phone. That was stupid of me. We're here. We made it to Small World. Let's scan in this lightning lane.
Despite the phone scare earlier, I boarded ride 25 It's a Small World with a renewed sense of confidence. It's a Small World is another 15-minute long boat ride that takes you through various different places in the world with many totally not creepy looking animatronics singing the same song over and over again. But hey, honestly, I can't even complain too much about this ride. I did just wait 3 minutes for it. And honestly, I'll endure any annoying song in the world if it means that I can get out of the heat.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm trying to get a lightning lane that I can use right now, just so that I can go on a lightning lane ride right now and then go on Nemo.
Okay, we have 4 more rides in less than 2 hours to do them. Buzz Lightyear, Finding Nemo Submarine, Star Tours, and Autopia. However, this won't be as easy as it seems. Finding Nemo is currently a 45-minute wait and does not have lightning lane, whereas every other ride does have lightning lane. But with where the current return times are at, it's going to be very difficult to get instant return times to use lightning lanes on all 3 of them, which poses a major threat because both Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear have standby waits of over 40 minutes. Right now, I'm walking to Tomorrowland and swiping up on my lightning lane, hoping to get an instant return time for any of these 3 rides before I spend an hour getting through Nemo. And no, I am not having luck with the swipe up strat.
345. I don't want 345. I want now. Oh, but it's only a 10-minute wait. Dude, don't tempt me. Autopia is only a 10-minute wait. Should I just go standby?
If I want to get to Autopia before it gets higher than a 10-minute wait, I need to get there right now. But unfortunately, the parade is blocking my path.
Here, we gotta wait here. Please, just give me any lightning lane. I'm not picky on what ride. I think we're about to cross over. If worst comes to worst though, we'll just go on Nemo right now. But I'm just worried with these return times. Like, I think I might have to do one of these standby.
With the dread slowly coming over me, I started to question if it's even possible to beat the world record. I've come all this way. Am I really gonna let bad lightning lane return times get in my way? What matters most is that I get to Autopia to see what the wait time is.
It's saying 30 on the board. Wait, what? Oh no, it's saying 10. Okay, I just can't read. Let me just get a good look at the line. Wait, there's no one in line. Wait a minute. I don't need no lightning lane. The lightning lane merge point's over there. Even if I were to use a lightning lane, I would not be skipping anything. We're off on Autopia. This is supposed to be a pretty annoying ride, but like, that was not a long wait at all.
Autopia, sponsored by Honda, is an opening day Disneyland attraction where you can enjoy the futuristic feeling of driving in a traffic jam. Yeah, this ride is not all that fun. It's always a gamble whether you get a fast or a slow car. The pedal is super difficult to push down for some reason. And I'm sorry, but this cannot be the best use of this giant chunk of land. I'd rather have literally anything else here.
I don't know what we're doing now.
I'm not quite out of the woods yet. My hope is that right now I can pull a return time for one of these 2 rides for right now, so I can do it and then spend an hour on Finding Nemo while I wait for the return time of the second ride. However, I was having really bad luck with this.
Please let me swipe up and get this lightning lane right now. 355. Are you freaking serious, bro? Okay, you know what? We're gonna cut our losses. Right now, we're gonna go to Nemo. And then after that, we'll go on Star Tours and then we'll go on Buzz Lightyear.
For the final plan of the speedrun, I'm going to spend an hour waiting and riding Finding Nemo and then use a lightning Lightning Lane on Star Tours. I won't be able to book a Lightning Lane for Buzz Lightyear until I've used my Star Tours one, but if worse comes to worse, I'll have to wait in the 30-minute standby queue for Buzz, which most likely means I will not beat the world record. However, there is still a chance. It all comes down to if I get a quick Lightning Lane return time for Buzz Lightyear.
We'll just see. Okay. Anyways, about to wait 45 minutes for this ride.
When it comes to Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, I don't know what was more painful for me, the wait for the ride or the ride itself. Not only did I wait 45 minutes, anxious the entire time of whether I would have enough time to beat the world record, but once I actually got on the ride, I sat cramped thigh to thigh with the people next to me before saying goodbye to the sunlight and submerging into the water. The ride is based on my favorite movie of all time, Finding Nemo, but that didn't make the experience any less painful. All I got was this tiny window to see the characters that showed up quite infrequently. As I sat there in this awkward position, I wondered if this was even worth it, enduring this uncomfortable, this agonizing experience just for the chance to get a world record. I was eerily aware of every second that passed by in that submarine, knowing that just one or two would be enough to determine if I beat it or not. I didn't get to see the light of the sun until 15 minutes later when we emerged from the water.
2 more rides.
I would not wish this kind of purgatory on even my worst enemies. This ride is torturous.
Okay, we got out of the hell that is Finding Nemo. That was not comfortable. It's just these 2 rides over here.
I have less than 40 minutes to ride both Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear, but if I can't get a Lightning Lane for Buzz, I will have no chance of beating the world record, since the standby wait for Buzz is 40 minutes. The second I scanned in my Lightning Lane for Star Tours, I started booking for Buzz Lightyear.
Okay. Let me get this Lightning Lane right now. Right now. We're booking for Buzz Lightyear. 450? It's 423 right now. That's actually not terrible. Hold on, let's see if I can swipe up, get a better one. It's not gonna take 30 minutes to get through this, so please give me a better return time. 430, yes, give me that. 435, yes. Oh, we did it. I got a 435 Lightning Lane for Buzz Lightyear, and it's 424. Okay, yeah, we can use it in 5 minutes.
This is big. I now have 36 minutes to ride Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear, and if I can just do that, I will be the ultimate world record holder for Disneyland Speedrun.
Single riders out there. Single riders.
Star Tours The Adventures Continue is a simulator ride similar to Millennium Falcon, but instead of piloting the ship, you are passengers on a runaway vessel that takes you through different scenes in Star Wars. I have never been the randomly selected rebel spy, so for that I have a grudge against this ride, but in this moment, I'm just glad that the ride is short, so we'll have just the right amount of time to ride Buzz Lightyear.
One more ride, and it's Buzz Lightyear, and it's literally right over here. All right, we're going in right now. We can do this in under 9 hours. It's happening. We just have to get through this ride in like 17 minutes, and I think that's totally possible.
Ride 29, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, is a game ride where you have to shoot the Zerg targets to get points. But I totally was not even trying to get a high score, because the whole ride, all I could think about is how excited I am to be the world record holder for the fastest to ride every Disneyland ride in one day.
I'm getting ready to stop the timer. Right now. 8 hours, 52 minutes, and 22 seconds. We got a sub 9 hour run. This is so incredible, you guys. I was so hopeless at the beginning. I didn't think we were gonna actually get through this.
Click here to see me ride every ride at Disneyland's second part, California Adventure.